There are some stunning walking trails along Brittany's Emerald Coast with fabulous panoramic views and an abundance of magnificent beaches separated by dramatic landscapes and traditional Breton fishing villages. This holiday gives you a wonderful taste of this coastal scenery, as well as the opportunity to follow one of Brittany's many rivers inland, wander through ancient forests, as well as exploring some of the region's historically significant medieval towns. You'll stay in spectacular hotels and sample freshly caught fine French cuisine as you really get to experience the very best the Breton coast has to offer. Your holiday begins at a 16th century manor house in a little farming hamlet just outside Lamballe. It's a lovely, intimate place to stay with cosy, individually decorated rooms and beautifully kept gardens, which is where your Headwater rep will brief you about your holiday, giving you maps, information and tips to make your journey run smoothly. In the evening, the hotel will spoil you with a gourmet experience where fresh, locally sourced seasonal ingredients take pride of place. In the morning, there is a short 15-minute transfer to the coast and a tiny fishing port where you begin your day's hike. After an hour, there's the chance to stop for coffee in the seaside town of Val-André. Then you'll pass a bird sanctuary home to many species of bird before you continue with coastal walking at its best, with extensive views, aquamarine seas and white sandy beaches. For lunch you have the choice of seafront restaurants, or there are plenty of places to pick up picnic supplies along the way. While you walk, our rep will be transporting your bags to the next hotel, as well as being there in case you need help or support. We also offer a wine collection service should you wish to buy more than you can carry, although in this particular region you might find it's the sweet and refreshing local cider you want to take home. Your home for the next 2 nights is traditional in style and just a few hundred metres from a beautiful long stretch of beach. In the evening, the hotel serves up wonderful award-winning cuisine with seafood specialities, fresh herbs from the garden and lobster from their own tank. On your rest day, you can take advantage of the local facilities, or there are some short hiking trails through the pine woods and amongst the dunes. But we suggest you use the route notes we provide to follow along the spectacular coastal path which takes you around the cliffs to a delightful fishing village with a host of outstanding seafood restaurants. Your next moving on day follows a 17-kilometre route which first takes you to a deserted beach for a swim, and then up across the heather-topped cliffs as you follow the trail, looking for nesting birds while passing secret coves and enjoying spectacular views. You will pass a lighthouse set in a stunning location, which you can climb for a 360-degree view of the entire area. Then your day's hiking will finish at a 14th century fort perched right on the edge of a cliff overlooking the ocean. Here our rep will be waiting to transfer you to your next hotel with its wonderful sea view rooms, carved wooden furniture, paintings by local artists and decor that makes you feel like you're in a museum. On your rest day you can explore this once sleepy fishing village which the English transformed into one of the most famous and upmarket resorts in 19th century Europe. This is exemplified by the Belle Epoque villas which have now been classified as historic monuments. If you feel like going further afield, you could walk around the huge estuary of the River Rance to St Malo, or take the easy option and jump on the 10-minute water taxi to cross the bay and lose yourself in the narrow, cobbled streets within the fortified walls of this ancient medieval city. Your next moving on day starts with a transfer inland, then you follow the course of the River Rance, walking through shady forests and along peaceful riverside paths. You'll pass a couple of ports with restaurants if you want more than just a picnic before continuing along the towpath to reach the picturesque port of Dinan. Here you could enjoy a drink and watch the world go by before heading into the historic centre to find your 4-star hotel with its beautiful garden built on the ramparts of the old town. Another perfect place for a pre-dinner drink. On your rest day you can explore this beautifully preserved ancient walled town with its splendidly restored ancient squares and cobbled streets, packed with authentic artisan workshops, and be sure to take a walk along the top of the 13th century castle walls. Other options include taking a boat trip along the river, visiting the village famed for being the first settlement in the area with a beautiful 8th century abbey, or for those who feel like hiking, you could follow the river to the town of Evran. Your last day begins in the village of Plorec, from where you'll briefly follow a different river before walking across farmland and through the forest, passing ancient standing stones along the way. You'll need to pick up picnic supplies as there are no places to eat en route, but you will pass and can visit an impressive chateau which dates back over 800 years before you arrive back at La Mamouai in time for a celebratory drink. On your last day, we'll drop you back at the station so you can begin your journey home and you can reflect on your experiences in Brittany. And we can easily arrange for you to extend your trip with time in Paris or extra nights at any stage of our holiday. For more details or for more information about any of our holidays, we'd be happy to take your call, or it's all there on our website.